Well, if one group gets its way, an Air Force general could be sent to a military prison for talking about his Christian faith. A civil liberties group demanding General Craig Olson be court-martialed for these comments.
This has been one of the most powerful, meaningful church services I've been in my entire life. It's the longest one for sure. So I would covet your prayers for our military members. And for those we work for, you've already prayed for.
Peter Johnson Jr. joining me now.
God save these United States. If that's what we're up against, the Military Religious Freedom Foundation sending a letter saying that Major General Olson of the Air Force should be court-martialed and, in fact, imprisoned for, quote, unforgivable crimes and transgressions that should be litigated by trial by general courts-martial, and that any and all others who assisted him with his NDPTF speech of fundamentalist Christian supremacy be likewise investigated and punished to the full extent of military law.
This seems
National Day of Prayer Task Force. That's where he was.
Hard to wrap my brain around, because for the freedoms that they're wishing to punish him, this group, for practicing the very freedoms by which they fight to protect for all Americans.
Well,
right?
You know, I watched the Major General's 23-minute speech, and he talked about prayer for 22 minutes, and he talked about how great America is for another minute. He's a Christian, and he talked about how prayer has kept his life together, how it's helped him in his Air Force career, how it's helped his entire family, how he prays on the phone with his wife when they can't be there. When they're together, they pray every night before they go to bed, and they don't go to bed mad at each other for any reason. So he talked about prayer and God and being a Christian. And so in this country today, if you talk about prayer or God or being a Christian or being a Jew or being a Muslim and you wear the uniform, then obviously your rights have been stripped and you should be court-martialed according to this group. Is this Orwell? Is this 1984? Is this some topsy-turvy world that we're living in? I mean, it's not who we stand for as Americans. It's very bizarre.
It sure is. You know, when he said in the beginning, though, when I caught this, he said this was he alluded to the longest church service. Are you not protected, even by law, in a church service to talk about God?
Prayer, he is protected. He was engaging in prayer, and he was talking about the importance of prayer. And what's really off the rail is this organization says that he is providing propaganda for ISIS because it demonstrates that he's a religious crusader for America. Shame on you, Military Religious Freedom Foundation. Shame on you.
Oh, strong words there. Peter Johnson Jr.
Good week, everybody.